Imagine you're going to a party and you meet a famous sports star. You fall in love and you think he has also fallen in love with you. But that man that you think will give you the life of your dreams will be your end. Let's talk about it. Eliza Samudio had big dreams. Dreams too big for the small world she grew up in. Eliza was born in one of Brazil's many favelas. Hunger and violence were part of her life from the get-go. Her parents separated early on in her life, and her mother abandoned her with her violent father, who beat the little girl almost daily. Her only escape was football. Whenever she had a minute to spare, she met up with her friends to play ball in the streets. She was talented, and she even managed to get into a club as a keeper, but that wasn't enough. She wanted to get away. She believed that she had enough talent in her to become a professional football player. So with only 13, she packed her bags and left to start a new life in Sao Paulo. But that dream quickly got shattered, and the young girl needed to find other ways to make money. But that dream quickly got shattered. She didn't find a club to play in, at least not one that would pay her. And the young girl needed to find other ways to make money. She got dragged into the nightlife. She made money filming porn and even occasionally worked as a call girl. She hated it, but she needed the money. She had nearly given up on ever escaping that life until May 2009. Eliza got invited to a barbecue party, run by one of Brazil's elite football clubs, Flamengo Rio de Janeiro. Immediately, she was drawn to a man there, and he to her, Bruno Fernandes, one of the newest and most promising stars on Brazil's football sky. He was the goalkeeper for the Flamengos, and there were even rumors that he was going to be nominated to play in Brazil's national team. The two ended up in bed that night, and many nights afterwards. Eliza was in love, and Bruno promised her the stars. Everything seemed to be perfect, until Eliza found out that she was pregnant. While she was over the moon, Bruno completely lost it. What Eliza didn't know was that Bruno was engaged to another woman. He immediately broke everything up with Eliza. But even worse, he told her that he wouldn't take care of this child. But Eliza didn't take this without a fight. She went to the press, and she told them everything. A deadly mistake. Shortly after the news broke, Bruno called the young woman. And he would call her again and again. It was pure phone terror. He screamed, raged, and threatened her. And then, one day, he asked her to meet him. And unfortunately, she agreed. What happened then was horrific. He beat her up and locked her in a room. And then he forced her to take a bunch of sleeping and abortion pills. Only after that was she allowed to leave. By some miracle, the unborn baby survived. And Eliza decided to be brave again and go to the police. But shockingly enough, the police didn't believe her. According to the police, there was no evidence, even though Eliza showed clear signs of abuse. And then it got even worse. Bruno decided to act like he's the victim. He now went to the press and claimed the following. It's not the first time that she's making up lies. I've already made it clear that I want no relationship with her. I will not give that girl the 50 minutes of fame she wants. End quote. He claimed she was a crazy stalker trying to ruin his life and career. And to save the last one, he was willing to take unimaginable steps. But before it all came to a head, the moment Bruno didn't want to happen did. Eliza gave birth on the 10th of February 2010 to a little boy she named Brunino. And with the birth, Bruno's lies were exposed. He had claimed that Eliza was a crazy stalker and that he had never slept with her. But that little baby proved him wrong. Eliza sued him. She wanted him to pay child support and to get a DNA test so he couldn't deny being the father anymore. For Bruno, this was a really bad time to be dragged into the press. He was just about to sign a hefty contract with AC Milan. Nonetheless, the DNA test proved that he was the father. And the court also decided that he had to pay about $1,000 in child support and pay for an apartment for Eliza and the baby. This is where the story could have ended, but unfortunately, Eliza wanted more. She threatened him and told him she would start another scandal in the press. That was a mistake, but she would make an even worse one. Bruno told her that he wanted to meet her on his very remote farm. He told her that he was finally ready to be a father to his son, and Eliza went to meet him. And then she and her little baby disappeared. Luckily, Bernino turned up again. The police found him in a slum with an acquaintance of Bruno, who was hiding the little baby. But Eliza was still missing. After the police found the baby, they actually believed they would still find Eliza alive, until Bruno's cousin broke under police interrogation. He admitted that he knocked Eliza unconscious and brought her to friends of Bruno's. Those friends then proceeded to kill the young woman, chop her up, and feed her remains to the dogs. And the person that paid to have this horrific thing done was none other than Bruno himself. Bruno Fernandes was found guilty in 2013 and sentenced to 22 years in prison for murder for hire. But Unbelievable enough, he got set free in 2019 because he was such a good prisoner. He's even playing football for small clubs in Brazil again. But worst of all, he is actually fighting for custody of the child. He wants to raise the baby whose mother he murdered now. Currently, the boy is being raised by Eliza's father. I'm not sure which one is worse. What a little boy. Let me know what you think.